Hello and welcome to my episode reviews of Helluva. I'll be reviewing every single episode, talking about little Easter eggs and continuity. Sometimes you'll see my Sona, sorry that it's not imp-related or whatever. And unless it's funny or relevant, I really don't want to talk about any of the controversies around the creator, because it feels like it's just popular to hate her. But anyways, this is Helluva episode 2, Loo Loo Land. Uploaded December 9th, 2020. And Stolas decides to take his goth daughter to the amusement park, trying to do something nice. In reality, it's just a way to get closer to Blitz, and avoid his crazy wife. Shenanigans ensue. The episode begins in the past with Stolas caring for his daughter, Octavia, with a song.
Must remember, no matter what happens to me, I will never be far away from my special little starfire.
I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention this in the last episode, but just like Millie, Stolas got recast. He didn't really appear that much in the past two videos, so it's like whatever. But his new voice is actually really good. I mean, he has an award for singing for a reason.
Everything will be okay.
Everything Will Be Okay is probably my favorite song in the series so far. It's just so well performed, and the visuals are absolutely gorgeous, especially for something independently funded and free to watch. There's also a lot of symbolism for Stolas.
Used to think that I was bold. I used to think love would be fun. Now all my stories have been told, except for one.
We'll later find out that Stolas and his wife, Stella, because royalty, were arranged marriage, and they never really liked each other. Stolas does love his daughter, but he never really had a connection to someone else until Blitz came into his life. Also possible foreshadowing that hell will collapse and Stolas might die.
And if the seven rings collapse, although the day could be my last, you will be okay.
I wonder if Stolas, made up all these planets with illusions or whatever. Or did he actually cause the destruction of a solar system just to cheer up his daughter from a nightmare? We cut to the present, and Stolas' marriage is not all sunshine and brimstone, as we're properly introduced to Stella, Stolas' wife, who's mad at him for bottoming for a commoner. We technically did see her in the pilot, but now she has a radically different design, and we hear that she's voiced by Georgina Leahy, who's a regular partner of Brandon Rogers.
No, we're just your standard everyday British people.
Yeah.
Yes. Darling, are you in the study?
Yes, darling, I'm having my foreskin reattached.
I really like Stella's design. The colors are really nice, and it's very regal. And plus those eyelashes, though. Octavia's design is also pretty good. I like her pink and yellow star shirt. It helps break up all the darkness of the rest of her. We technically saw a cameo of her in the pilot in the background, but this is her first real appearance. And she acts exactly how you would think.
This song is called My World is Burning Down Around Me. It's by Fuck You Dad. It's a band.
Oh, how charming.
She does look a lot like her dad, and I kind of wish there was a little more influence from her mom, even the slight little fade we see in the pilot in her younger design. I don't know, something like this maybe. Orange Coke and chalky milk. Also rats in a bag because they are owls. Stolas references that they're Goetia. Goetia is a type of demon from actual Judeo mythology, basically hell nobility, which Stolas, a real mythology demon, is part of them, and he's associated with plants and astrology like a lot of college girls, which is why there's a bunch of star and plant symbolism with him. Stolas comes up with a plan to avoid his wife, cheer up his daughter, and get near his Blitz. We were established Blitz has a weird relation with Eminem.
Why, hello, my big-dicked Blitzy.
What? Fuck!
Dad!
Language, everyone.
So he hires IMP to be his bodyguard.
Eminem, get in here! We're going to Loo Loo Land!
Lulu Land?
Loo Land!
Shut the fuck up!
And with that, Luna is not in the rest of the episode for some reason. Well, I thought there would have been an awkward episode where Blitz and Stolas try to get their $2 to bond, and it would be just really awkward and not really work. We see the IMP van for the first time, and that's unrealistic, especially for hell that the parking in an amusement park is actually good. I love how tall Stolas and even Octavia is compared to the imps. And of course, there's the inevitable jokes that amusement park stuff is overpriced. Despite that, the park is falling apart. And there's clowns, and you're either going to be horrified by them or get a weird fetish from them. And of course, Loo Loo Land is not to be confused with Loo Loo World, which is owned by Lucifer, who we know from Hazbin Hotel is Charlie's father. So there's probably going to be an episode of Hazbin Hotel where they visit the Loo Loo World. You think the other princes have their own, amusement parks? I don't know, Millie likes it. We get our first reference to her many siblings. One of the attractions is Extermination, a reference to the exterminators, who are angels who go down to hell to try and calm down the overpopulation problem. The scratch audio for this bit is performed by Christopher Arist, aka the voice of Frieza, for some reason. In this little crowd shot, we see a literal Where's Waldo imp and Viz's imp Sona. You can tell because she has the weird raccoon scene hair. It's established that Blitz used to work in Loo Loo Land. The exact timeline's not exactly clear, given hindsight, but whatever. Stolas gets kidnapped by tiny imps, which I'm pretty sure he just paid to do this. Millie wants a thing from the stand, and the stand guy is clearly just Richard Horvitz doing she kind of voice. One of the plushes is totally not Ashley Nichols' OC. This episode we meet the amazing Vizarali, or at least his robot counterpart. I actually saw Octavia enjoying his cereal earlier, played by Alex Brightman, aka musical Beetlejuice. He makes a quick reference to Ozzy's Factory, aka Osmosius. He's a couple Chuck E. Cheese animatronics designed by Glitch Studios, the people behind Murder Drones and the Amazing Digital Circus. Some more obvious jokes that were totally not Loo Loo World. He also rips off Charlie's I Had a Dream song. I love all the faces in this bit. Turns out Blitz and Vizarali have beef, as well as this robot copy of him. They get into a fight. This is the first appearance of Wally Wackford. This is not the first nor last time Blitz accidentally started a circus fire. Mammon's face is on the dollars. Because Viz is actually really good at world building, we technically have seen Mammon all over this episode without actually having to point it out. Like the fact we're in the green ring because the sky's green. Terminator reference. The guy lights a flame with his finger, much like that one episode of Twilight Zone. Despite not being Loo Loo World, there's a ride that resembles Lucifer's head. But Octavia really doesn't want to be here anymore.
Sweetie, I thought you loved it here.
When I was a kid and my parents didn't hate each other. My dad didn't flirt with a weird red dickhead the entire time.
This is honestly one of the best scenes in the entire series. Perfectly capturing the complicated nature of Stolas' love life and how would that affect his daughter. Because Octavia is scared that her dad's going to abandon her. But Stolas apologizes and says that he'll never abandon her. And it turns out he really didn't need the IMP because he has the ability to turn people into stone by just looking at them. Meanwhile, Vizarali gets eaten by a dragon, and the birds decide to go to the stylish occult, which is totally not a hot topic. The day is saved. This is an incredible episode. It's really funny, it's really emotional. The voice acting, music, and visuals are absolutely fantastic. You might have a couple obvious jokes revolving around how cheap amusement parks can be, and they get a little tiring after a while. The only real problem with the episode is it's episode 2. We literally just meet Stella and Octavia. The emotional stuff still works, but I think it would have been better if we actually had time to establish their relationships already. And the show kind of built itself to be like the silly alternative to Hazbin Hotel. Plenty of other silly shows have emotional stuff in them, but they don't just jump right to the emotional stuff right out of the gate. It feels like this episode really should have waited until season 2, or late season 1. But as is, the episode itself is fantastic, and I still give it a 10 out of 10, just wish it kind of came out later. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe. So why did Stolas take Octavia to the budget Loo Loo Land instead of the actual Loo Loo World originally? Is he friends with Mammon?